Alright, so we'll do another update. This past weekend, today's March 23rd. This past weekend, worked on the black TTSaleen a little bit, the hate train, and long story short, I've been trying to figure out how to get a bump box to work on this car. Most people I've read on the internet said you can't make it work, or they weren't successful making it work. I wasn't very successful in trying to find a schematic how to make it work on this car with the US Shift controller. With the help of US Shift, I did figure out how to make the trans brake work with this boost leash controller. Basically, you go to the ground side, there's a blue wire that they have going to the trans brake solenoid. And so basically you go in line to that with your push button and it'll make the trans brake work. But I could never get the creep in, the bump box part of it to work. So after looking at it and trying to figure out why, when I hooked it up, like they say, you put 12 volts to a button and you go into their pulse leash, which is the yellow wire on their schematic. Mine wouldn't work. So you push the button, it wouldn't do anything. And I kept thinking about it, and I was thinking, well, giving that thing 12 volts all the time, maybe it's got to have some way of pulsing. Maybe it needs to be a relay or something. So what I did was I went into the circuit. Instead of giving it 12 volts all the time, I went into it with a 30 amp relay. And instead of having my push button going to the trans brake to ground like it was, I ended up using my trans brake button. And when I connect it to ground, I also ground a 30 amp relay. That 30 amp relay is sending power to the pulse button, which is grounding, well, when the relay grounds, it sends power to the pulse yellow wire from the battery. So long story short, as I'm grounding going to the trans brake, it's sending power to the pulse 12 volt button type of thing, if that makes sense. I drew a schematic on it, so I'll share that as well. But when I did all this, you can actually hold the relay in your hand as you're pushing the button. You can feel it pulsing inside the relay. So I know it's working. So once I had that working with just a key on, I actually fired up the car, got on the trans brake, hit the bump box button or pulse button, whatever you're gonna call it, and it worked. So now I can go on the trans brake, hit the bump button, bump the car in just like I want to do. The second goal of this button, which is really cool with the Leash Electronics, is not only does it allow you to bump in when you're at the starting line, so you can turn on the first bulb, get on boost, bump in, then you're ready to go. You don't have to build boost, you're ready to have a great reaction time on the line. If you're going down the track and you feel like you want some more boost on the car, whether you're trying to run a better ET and the track's hooking, or you're racing somebody to start to get out on you, you can hit this button, you can add more boost to the car. So there's two ways of doing it. You hit the button, it goes to a target boost pressure that you just set. Let's just say you want 30 pounds of boost. Or you can have it set to add a certain amount of pounds on top of what you're running. So let's say if I'm running 20 pounds of boost and I hit the button and I want it to command 5 more pounds on top of it. I'm going down the track, I hit the button, it immediately goes to 25 pounds of boost. Sounds really cool. So that's how it should work now. I haven't been able to test that part of it yet, but the bump in part works great. So I just want to give a quick update. I did work on a schematic for it to help everybody else out that's actually using this US Shift controller with a 6R80 and a boost leash. I don't know how many of us are out there with this particular combination. I know a lot of guys running the 6R80 are using the factory Ford harness and not necessarily the US Shift. But as I go along, I love to share information because, again, it wasn't that available to me. I couldn't find anything on the internet. Hopefully this will help somebody else out that's trying to figure this out, because I was scratching my head because I knew it had to be a way to make this work. And again, if I can answer any questions for you, let me know. But if you go into boost leash instructions, it tells you how to adjust the pulse, so you can bump in harder, faster, slower, whatever. And I played around with the settings, you'll see in my video, and actually rolled in real smooth. And when I changed them a little bit, it was trying to bump in real hard and aggressive. So there's a few things you can play with for your personal car, and I'm still going to tweak on mine a little bit. But in my driveway, it's hard to tell. I need to be at the track where I can see how hard it's going into the bulbs. But right now it works. So thumbs up for a little bit of experimentation, and we'll talk to you later. So today I've been out here finishing up an install of a bump button, which is right here, and it goes down here to my boost leash controller. notice right here in the corner, when I push the button, what happens? You'll see an S come up. That's for scramble. And it's not for scrambling eggs. It's for scramble button, which means if I'm going down the track and let's say I'm getting beat, I can reach over here and hit this button, boom, and when I do, it can add a predetermined amount of boost on top of what I'm already making. So let's say I'm right here making 20 pounds of boost and I want to add 5 more pounds of boost. Set the controller to what I want to make. Let's see if I can show you here real quick. Yeah, right here. So under scramble, right here it's set to 6. Let's see. I can go here. That's where it says 6. It says force it to go to a certain set of boosts that you want, or you can add it. Oh man. Anyway. So right here, I want to add 5 more pounds of boost if I get in that situation. So you hit memory, goes to here, you hit enter, boom. And this is how you can get it where you bump in, you can change this a certain amount. Higher number for more movement, lower number for less movement. So it's on 25 right now. I guess I'll put down higher number for more movement. Let's see, 20. Let's put it on 20, enter. How many moves per button push? 3, sure. Let's do 2. Okay, so there we go. So, and the way it works is, you go in here, put it in gear. I've got a Quick6, which everybody said that it wouldn't really work with a Quick6, but anyway, you push the trans brake button in your status, you'll see it change. See how it says brake 1. And while you're holding the brake, see if I can do this. While you're holding the brake, oh, let me see if I can get my camera. See, you hold the brake. So now you hold the gas, hit the button. And it moves forward. And it's real smooth. So it's actually moving forward. It's not jumping real bad. It's really smooth. So I can adjust that some more. But yeah, there we go. It'll move in. So if I want to adjust it some more, let's see here. Higher number for more movement, lower number for less movement. Let's move that some more. So let's go up here. Let's say 30. How many moves per button push? 2 moves. Let's still leave it at 2. Alright. So let's try that again. Alright, ready, and trans brake. Alright, so definitely moved more that time. So, let's see here, let's back that down a little bit. Let's go to 25. Alright, so there you go. So now we got it where it'll actually bump into the beams now. So that means I can be on the trans brake, I can go hard on the boost, and I can hit this button, boom, 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 and bump into the beams. That way I can go wide open throttle, be on the boost, and leave. Now, obviously, I'm just here at idle. So once I go wide open throttle, I can probably adjust this some more. But yeah, they said you couldn't do this with 6R80, but I've kind of wrote my own schematic here and came up with a way to do it with a relay, and use their schematic and change some things around here a little bit. But yeah, I got it to work. So there you go.